Welcome everyone to the Connect Show, episode 52, season 2. This is the last episode of second season. Next week, we'll start season 3. Today, we continue our conversation about building a foundation for your business. Where is John and Tracy? Well, today it's a Connect Show with Kim and Sandra.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sandra. Yes, and today we have a great lineup with Jenna Ehlers, who's going to talk about wellness and your mindset. Then we have Katie Nelson, who will talk about the importance of the right sales mindset.
The Connect Show is brought to you by Connect Media Live. We help businesses create bold and interesting marketing material to help you grow your business. And we are giving a $14,593 shower as a resource to a small business.
We would like to also thank our sponsor, Expansive Workspace, where we broadcast the Connect Show. Expansive is a wonderful place to work and a great community to be a part of.
As always, we're very happy that you came to watch the Connect Show. And if you think of a topic that we should be discussing, email us at ideas@theconnect show. We're missing our friend Mitch today. Sandra and I just scared everyone off. The Connect Show is broadcast live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. We can see your comments, so please share your thoughts and comments below. And John will bring them up on the screen. See, we didn't scare him off. John will bring us up on the screen, and we will interact with the audience.
The Connect Show is a volunteer show, and we always ask for volunteers to be a part of the development team. If you like the show and would like to get involved, please email ideas@theconnectshow.com. Thank you to the team. Now let's hear from Erin.
Erin's not working. Maybe we'll hear from Erin later. We're having some video issues. Well, anyhow, let's get this conversation started. We have a question of the day, which all of those in Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn land, please help us with this question and answer it in the chat, and we will bring your comments up on screen. How often do you work on your mindset? So first off, Sandra, when it comes to your mindset, how often do you work on yours in relation to your business?
Well, several years ago, I started to do the morning mindset with Hal Elrod. And that was great. Every morning I was consistent for probably 2 years, 3 years. And then life happened and I fell off of it. And honestly, over the weekend, I was just thinking, why am I so off? I need to do something different. And I saw this question and I'm like, oh, that's what I need to get back to. And this morning I woke up and did it. It makes a difference in how you start your day and how you go throughout the day. I remember years ago reading in a book that said imagine your mind like a big open wide field. Do you want to fill it with weeds or do you want to fill it with something beautiful? So I try to remember that throughout the day.
We've been talking a lot about the morning mindset. Is that what it's called? The
Miracle Morning.
On the mastermind that we have on Fridays. And someone else in the group is trying to get their mindset going and set good intentions for the day and for the week, set goals. And so this is on my wish list of items that I'm going to have to get very soon because I need a miracle morning to just, school has just started today. So I'm like, once the kids are off, I can, set my intentions for the day and do what I need to do.
I'll give you some tips afterwards.
I like that.
So, what are you doing right now? Are you doing anything to work on your mindset?
No, right now I get up and I just do everything.
Okay.
So I don't sit and I don't take time. And we've had a lot of mindset conversations on the Connect Show over the last year. And it always gets me thinking, should I start with meditation? Should I start with journaling? Should I start with, I don't know. And I don't know where to start. So I just don't start.
And that's what I loved about the Miracle Morning because it adds all of that in there. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And I do a shorter version of it so you can get it done every day. Some days, if you have more time, you can do it more often.
Yeah. So yeah, I need to do that. And more recently, I've been getting up much earlier than the kids. So I still have time that I could work on this even before having to wake the kids up for school.
It will change your day. So I highly recommend.
Need to do it. Adding it. It's in my cart for Amazon right now. I just haven't purchased
you
it
can
yet.
just buy now.
Okay. All right. We're getting stuff. Just looking through things. Okay. Sorry. We have Erin's video back and ready. I am just
perfect.
Just getting some information passed to me. But no, so I really definitely I need to focus on the mindset. See, like things like that, I should be able to just smoothly move on into it.
And yes. And then once you do it, it's easier to identify when you're off and you're like, oh, I need to get back on that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it's funny that you saw the question this weekend, knowing that you were going to be co-hosting, and you saw the question, and it's oh my gosh, I stopped doing that, and my mornings have not, or my days or whatever, have not felt the same since. So now you're really.
I'm excited. I was excited this morning to wake up and do that again, and it sets your day in the right tone. You just start off like, okay, moving forward.
Yeah. I love that. I'm hoping that we're going to get some good conversation in the chat about this. We're not looking about that quite yet, but let's hope some people can tell us about their morning routine.
I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what people have to say.
I like to
add. Correct.
Need all the tips. So we have a quote of the day. Identify your problems, but give your power and energy to solutions. That is our friend, Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins has a lot of great quotes.
John, do we have any comments in the chat? Yes.
No, we are no comments in the chat, but you know what we could do is we could transition into Erin's video. We have her ready to go. Great. We missed out on her before. Let's see and hear from Erin.
Elon Musk said we should rally around small businesses and give them a business shower. Therefore, the Connect Show has come up with a business shower collecting over 12K in resources, and I'm one of the sponsors. So if you're looking for a graphic design with either a brochure or flyer to get your business up and running, I got you covered. Nominate someone today. This is over 12K of resources for a small business. So let's support them. The link is below. This is a really great opportunity.
Jenna is the owner of Genovative Marketing LLC. She has over 10 years of marketing experience and 7 years being in business for herself. She is in the process of creating Wellness Business Connections. It is a virtual community for wellness business owners to connect with other wellness businesses, to pass referrals, engage in cross promotions, share ideas, find solutions to problems, get help with their marketing, with free guides and more.
Jenna also has a blog called The Wellness Resolution. The Wellness Resolution helps people take more control over their health. And Jenna uncovers many of the lies and deceptions about health and helps people discover the truth about what it means to live a wellness lifestyle. And I have known Jenna for years, so I have followed her along this journey, and I'm so excited to hear more about where she is right now, because she's come a long way.
I love it. Welcome, Jenna. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to refer back to the audience question. Do you have a morning wellness routine that you follow?
Yes. I've gone a little off track since I moved. But I normally make sure I drink like a whole glass of water right away to start the day before I go to coffee. And I usually like read something. Usually I read some like Bible book, like a Bible or something. And then I do yoga like twice a week, and the other 3 days a week I usually do like some cardio exercise in the morning. So.
She's got a great morning routine.
She does.
She has a great, the water thing. I always
I know.
hear like first thing you
Water.
should do is start with that glass of water. Terrible.
Yes.
I start with coffee.
John's
Like,
got
John's
his
got
water.
I have the great expansive water. You guys don't know.
I
but
do
they
too.
They put things in the water.
They do.
Lemons, cucumbers.
Yes, it is tasty.
It's delicious. So, Jenna, what types of marketing projects have you done?
So I've been managing social media accounts for various businesses for years and years. I've done a lot of Facebook advertising. I've done a lot to create organic traffic through YouTube. I've done email newsletters, blogs, event marketing. I've done some graphic design, website updates, and writing copy. So I've dabbled in a little bit of everything in the digital marketing space.
Digital marketing.
Yes.
Yes.
She's great at it.
Digital marketing happens to be one of my jams. So I love it. That's actually how I met Jenna. Probably about a year or two ago,
Wow.
really virtually only. We have not met, but yeah.
So Jenna, how do you know so much about wellness?
So I started struggling with health issues over 7 years ago, and I was looking for answers through the modern medical system, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. So I turned to natural and alternative treatments, and I started to see results, and I started to understand that the modern medical system just kind of fixes symptoms. They put a Band-Aid on it. They don't actually get down to the root cause of like what's wrong with you. So I started also doing my own personal research on how to make healthy changes. And then I was approached by Jory with Hope Instilled to do marketing. Hope Instilled provides resources for chronic pain sufferers. And I started creating content for him too. I created a whole library of content with over 35 in-depth content pieces on different natural remedies and holistic treatments. I researched everything from benefits, how they help, to the history of how they came to be, and how people can find a practitioner to help them. So I've also done many years of marketing for different natural practitioners. I learned a lot from reading and listening to all their content in order to advertise it more effectively. And that's kind of all this knowledge just led me to start my blog, The Wellness Resolution. And the goal of the blog is to share what it means to live a wellness lifestyle and how that is helpful with chronic illness becoming more common nowadays. So I want to help people of all ages across the U.S. live a wellness lifestyle by sharing problems with our healthcare system, the lies we've been told, and what is the truth. So I answer the question, why is chronic illness becoming more common? I have a section on flaws in healthcare. I talk about healthy eating, reducing toxins, and advice on wellness as a whole.
I think one thing that you said right at the beginning sticks to me, where you talk about putting a Band-Aid on where the root cause is of the health and wellness, because a lot of times it's much deeper than just, you might have a pain in your arm, but why do you have the pain in your arm? Where does it originate?
Correct. So focusing on the problem instead of taking care of the solution.
Yeah. Really.
Switch that.
I know.
Taking care of the problem and not just taking care of the solution. Sorry.
So what's the reason for creating Wellness Business Connections?
So connections, because I've seen like how with my health issues, I've kind of like hit dead ends where I'm like, I don't know what to do next. And then I'd go month after month, like see no progress, and I didn't know like where to go or what to do next. And so helping all of those health practitioners to connect and be able to share what they offer, they can be of greater help to their clients or patients. So the mission is to create connections between a variety of wellness businesses to help them elevate their marketing, grow their businesses, and make it easier for people to find answers to their health struggles. networking and learning about other local wellness practitioners will also help people with their own like health, and then they can also share more of that, like just information on just different wellness concepts. And the mind, body, soul are all connected in a person's health. However, all three are not addressed in conventional medicine, and even natural alternative medicine struggles to address all three. So the community should help with that. It's a chance to not only network though, but gain marketing support, marketing guides, different presentations on marketing topics or just business topics in general. It's an opportunity for businesses to also take their like problems that they're having either with marketing or just like with clients and like get feedback from like other people in the community who all share in that same wellness goal of just helping people to be healthier and have that wellness lifestyle.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Jenna. Do you have an offer that you would like to share with our audience?
Well, connect with me. Email me, Jenna@genovedamarketing.com, and let me know if you have any marketing problems or things that you are looking for help with. I do consulting, so I can help you with like how to improve social media, newsletters, blogs, all of that. So yeah, Jenna Ehlers with Genoveda Marketing.
Well, thank you so much, Jenna. That was great. And I followed you along in this journey. So I'm, again, like I said, I'm so excited. And I've been on that same path. So it's great when you start to connect with people who are on that same path as you. So we also have a page for you on our website, theconnectshow.com/Jenna Ehlers. That's JENNAEHLERS.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful day in the nice, warm new area for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Up next, we have a tip from Mitch about podcast tips and tricks. But first, I am going to bring up the Connect Show shower valued at $14,593. One small business.
That's amazing.
Upcoming, just starting, been around for a little bit. We have a page on our website. You can apply to get the business shower, or you can apply to donate. I want to see that number hit 15,000 by the end of this week. I think we can do it today.
Oh,
John
today,
said today.
Today.
John
today.
says, I want to see it by the end of today. So who is going to give us, now that's going to make me do math, something valued at $497-ish dollars. Something valued at $497. Why don't we just
407?
407. Thank you.
500. Okay, 500. 500.
Give
Go
us
above
that
and beyond.
$500.
And what a game changer for a business.
Right?
$15,000.
Yes.
Here you go.
Yes.
Here you go. What are your needs? I mean,
and there's really no requirements. We're planning a fun event for them. We're going to have a great fusion on October 18th. I almost said 15th. On October 18th, where all of the people that are giving for that shower are going to come and speak about what they're giving. So Expansive, who is one of our sponsors, is giving a 6-month free lease to somebody on there.
Okay,
6 months.
It's beautiful here.
It's beautiful.
You would be thrilled to be working from here every day. Yes.
They have Wine Wednesdays.
Wine Wednesdays. Highness are coming on Wednesdays.
We've had 2 luncheons here. John smoked some pork butts, and we had a food truck here where Expansive bought like the first 30 people. Mm-hmm. They bought lunch for the first 30 people.
Wow. This is a great place. You
it's
walk
great.
in, you walk into the building and you can feel the positive
Yeah.
energy coming in here.
Yeah.
This
So-
you would be happy to be working here from every day.
I'm so thrilled to be a part of this upcoming shower, and tell your friends it's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be
exciting.
epic,
That's really
which
exciting.
is my word of the year, by the way.
Epic. Okay, I'm gonna have to use that in a sentence today. Epic.
All right. We are moving on to Mitch.
Thanks, Kim and Tracy. My name's Mitch Nellis, aka Thunder. You might have seen me earlier with the hype video, but I'm here now to talk about podcasting because I love podcasting and I love storytelling. And I know that there's a 40 million podcasts out there, and some of them are great and some of them aren't as great. But I still know there are more people who want to get into podcasting who aren't podcasting. And I know a lot of times we say that the first step is always the hardest step, which is semi-true, but that's not true for everybody. But if you are looking to make that first step, I have some advice for you. The advice I have is if you're looking to write a novel, you don't sit down and write a novel. You have drafts, you have notes, you have bullet points, all those sorts of things. So if you're looking to start a podcast, just start recording. Just hit record. And you might interrupt yourself and have thoughts. And you might be interviewing somebody and you might have to stop recording, or you might have to tell them, hold on a second, I need to collect myself. I got lost there. All those things are okay to do when you're starting off in podcasting. The more you get comfortable with hitting record and just talking and just interviewing and just listening and being part of it, the better. But if you don't hit record, there's no podcast there. I know a lot of times we say you want to have 4 podcasts in the bank or 5 in the bank or however many it is. And it depends on what your content is and how timely you want your content to be. But the first thing you need to do is you need to hit record, and you need some bad first drafts. You know, that's what a first draft's supposed to be. Failure is your first attempt in learning. That's okay. Go ahead, fail, do terribly, make an awful podcast. Because if you make an awful podcast, you're closer to making a great podcast. Back to you, Kim and Tracy.
If a sales mindset can't be found within the business owner, the CEO, the company will never become successful. With our proven revenue-first techniques and other sales and marketing education, Sales Uprising takes business to new heights because we understand that cash flow is oxygen. We guide you to reach your revenue goals so you can fully realize your dreams and your paycheck that you had in mind when you started your company.
Katie Nelson is the CEO and founder of Sales Uprising, where her experience as a multi-7-figure serial entrepreneur puts it all together for you, guiding entrepreneurs to build their clientele as simply as possible and generate a minimum of a 6-figure income as quickly as they can handle it. She supports you during your transition to producing wealth by building your ideal business.
Welcome to the show, Katie.
Hey, ladies.
Now, hi. Let's go back to our question of the day. What do you do for your daily mindset?
So I don't know daily. I have a daily routine. First and foremost, when I put my feet on the floor in the morning, I have a gratitude practice. It's just to say thank you for putting my feet on the ground this morning. That actually started about 4 years ago. My mom had a stroke, and it could have been that she wasn't going to be able to put her feet on the ground. And so she and I just decided that that is something that we would do together. Every day we wake up, we're just super, super grateful. So that's how we start off every day.
That is powerful.
Really good.
That is powerful.
That's really good.
I like it.
My mom has dementia right now, so I've been doing that too. What am I grateful for every day? And if you look, it's out there.
Yeah.
So, question: what is the easiest way to sell?
Just do it. No, that sounds so horrible, right? So kind of like Mitch said, if you've never sold before, then first just try it. You need a couple of first bad drafts. The easiest way to sell is really just to make sure that you're having the conversations and that you're asking for the business. What we do as small business owners is we have a tendency to rely on our marketing and all of the big, pretty things out there about us. And we never say, hey, would you like to engage with us? Does this solution that I'm presenting sound like what might be for you? So just ask.
The ask is hard.
Yes,
The ask is hard.
Why?
Well, it's hard if you tell yourself it's hard.
That's
Mindset.
true.
We're talking about mindset.
That's
today.
true. That's true. overcoming that first ask?
So what I would say about that is that your sale doesn't even happen at the ask, you guys. Like it's
Oh.
not when you ask for the business that the sale gets done. That's just
Right.
like the formalization of the whole thing. The sale is really the part that all y'all enjoy. The asking questions about the person in front of you and finding out what their problems are and whether or not you can help them with those. So don't get hung up on your ask. That's just the formalization and you not like being rude and leaving someone hanging, right?
That's
Good.
more. That's
Don't
more
get
how I
hung
am.
up on your ask. I
Yeah.
like that. I'm going to remember that.
I like to get really close to the swear. Just
Okay.
saying. I definitely, for me, I always try to revert back to what is in it for what's it
What's
for
in it for
them,
them?
not for me.
Yep.
So that's really, really important to me,
Yeah.
and that's why I find sales somewhat difficult because I'm more about them than
Perfect.
myself.
That's perfect, though.
you know.
Oh, yeah. Can we talk about how perfect that is? So sales
Yeah.
isn't about me.
Yeah.
Like it has nothing to do with me as a business owner or a salesperson, other than for a moment of thinking, can I really help this person? Like that's what I really need to know is, do they have a problem that I have some expertise or can provide them a solution for? But if you are not about, if you're about them and not you, then sales is the perfect place for you to be in your company. Haha, you didn't think I was going to say that.
Tell me. Listen to her tell me. I
There you
love it.
go.
I love it. I love it. So when you have that hard ask and now you did it, you stepped out, you did your ask and you were told no. What is the best way to overcome those objections?
So one, not all no's are overcomable. So just know that. You may not have the right thing that they need or the right thing that they need at that time. With that being said, when you're told no, feel comfortable asking why, right? If you went so far as to put yourself out on a limb and thought that you were a good match for the person or company in front of you, and they say, no, that's not it right now, ask where you got it wrong. Right? Sales is a very humble place, which is not what you normally hear or think of when you think of sales. But I have to be willing to be wrong on a regular basis. Just because everything that I heard you tell me means that I can help you doesn't mean that's what you heard. And so I'm just looking to figure out where the discrepancy is. And I'm going to ask you to help me.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
I
fun.
like that. Where did I get it wrong? I'm going to start to ask that.
That's great. I used to do direct sales and I actually used to celebrate no's. We would
Yes.
write down anytime we made an offer or anything like that. And when we were told no, it was okay because then
Yes.
you're closer to that yes.
Yes. So a no book, you get a no book and you set, 100 no's. Hey, when someone gives you a no, can you write your name in my no book?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that a fun idea?
But it's scary too.
Yeah.
So this is what I would say about a no book for anybody listening, right? So if you're just starting out your business, please don't misunderstand the ladies. We're not just looking to collect no's. What we're looking to do, what we're looking to do is collect the no's. So one, we are educating our business as to how we can do it better. How can I ask for the business better? Where do I have a tendency to get it wrong? What are the questions that my prospects have that I'm not answering? A no book is amazing from a data collection place so that we can sharpen our sales skill sets, right? So I love a no book. I celebrate every yes, and I consider every single piece of data a yes. So that means that the majority of my life I spend celebrating, which I find to be a great mindset for a salesperson.
That is great.
She puts it right
love
into
that.
the
Yes,
mindset value.
Yeah, that was good. That
Yeah,
was good.
She puts it right in there. And
Wonderful.
I don't know. I love the thought of figuring out why you got the no.
Correct.
Understanding what you're doing wrong.
Yes.
So yeah, you're celebrating those no's, but you are learning so much as you're doing that.
Well, and sometimes the no isn't wrong. It's just not now.
Yeah.
So I think that's important too, to understand that it's just not now. That doesn't mean 6 months from now, it couldn't be a yes. And the more no's you get, the more yeses you get. And that's the idea behind that. The more you ask, the more you're going to get the yeses too.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So where do you start?
With the people that are in the room, right? So if you're a new business and you have an idea about who your ideal client is, then start with the people in front of you that you think meet those criteria. When you start to have those conversations and qualify them and are authentically curious about the concerns and problems that they have in their businesses or in their lives that you have the potential answers to, start there and then widen your circle from there, right? For the people in the room that you've met that, yes, oh my gosh, Jenna, you have my wellness solutions. Can we work together? Whatever the case is, ask where those people hang out too. Where can you find more of those people and continue to grow your circle from there?
Sales can be so scary for some people, but you're just talking about this with a smile and just an encouragement. And I could see how you could turn someone right into that process because everyone is worth it, right? Like I love it.
Yeah, this is great.
Ladies, sales is my love language. I've been doing this for a really long time.
Love language. Yay.
Yes, like just own it. I don't have time to think about what other people think about sales. As far as I'm concerned, if they have other feelings about it, then they're just doing it wrong and they have every opportunity to do it right whenever they want to.
Do you have any other tips or anything else you want to give about the sales process or your thoughts about sales? I mean, we have plenty of time today, so if you have anything else, go for it.
One of the things that we started today with was mindset. And the first time, I want you guys to think about it and maybe you'll let me know, but when was the first time you ever heard the word mindset? Because I feel like that just came about in like the past couple some odd years. Like when was the first time you ever heard the word mindset?
I think this show really, I mean, I've heard the word mindset, but where I really like it drove in, I mean, was our first month, I think, was in mindset. I could be wrong, John. Our first month was in mindset. Okay. So last September was really when mindset started to drive in. And you hear it constantly now.
So the very first time I remember being talked to about mindset was in 8th grade. Now, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but what I will tell you is that was decades ago, like many decades ago, that I was in 8th grade. And it was called positive mental attitude at the time. And I really just loved this idea. And so what I would say from a tips and tricks place is that positivity breeds positivity. You heard Sandra say that if you choose to be grateful, you will find things to be grateful about. It's also true about positivity. The more you practice a positive mindset, the more you will find that there are things to be positive about. And especially from a business ownership and a selling perspective or place, a positive mindset is almost required. You cannot get very far if the thoughts that you have or the attitude that you put forward is negative because the universe doesn't really reward that. It's very difficult to get something going under those circumstances. So practice your positive mental attitude daily.
That's part of my word of the year. So my word is epic.
Yes.
But it is energetic, positive. Oh gosh, I forgot the I. I'm on the spot now. We're going to say inspiring and collaborative.
Collaborative.
So I want to be all of those things for this year. So I made myself.
Well, there's that sign, and this has been around for years. Your attitude determines your altitude. And I mean, I think that's exactly what you were talking about. You decide.
Yeah.
And again, when things aren't going right, you look in and you're like, okay, where's my head been? And then when you start to think about that, you're just like, oh, I've been thinking about this, and this. I gotta turn it around. I just have to turn it around. I had a friend years ago. She would give her visual to her kids about a train going in one direction. And when it was going in the wrong direction, she would have them visualize stopping that training and turning it around. Because it's sometimes when you're going down that road of not right thinking, you got to just, it's big and you got to just, and I've always loved that visual. I've used that in my head a couple times.
I love that. I love
So what
that.
I would add to that visual is the idea of your closest people helping you pick up that train and turn it around and put it on a track, right? So one of the things that is that we can oftentimes get caught up in is, especially as business owners and entrepreneurs, is how lonely it is. There's not a, depending on who we've surrounded ourselves with, we may not have the support of other people who even understand what we're trying to accomplish in any given day. And so another hack would be to make sure you've got a good front row or a good support system surrounding you to help you pick up that train and turn it around, because it's a lot easier task to do when it's with other people. Many hands make light work, I believe is the saying.
I agree
Love
with that. And
that.
I love networking just
yes.
because of that. Like
Yes.
I literally, being a solopreneur, it does get lonely.
Mhm.
And I need my network helps me through those problems. And I don't have a team necessarily. I don't, solopreneur. So I'm on my own. But if I can go back with the mastermind groups and the different networking groups that I run or that are around me, I value that
Exactly.
group of people.
And I think
so
that's
much.
what Jenna too was talking about, that business connection, getting like-minded people
Yes.
together. So together you just become stronger. And
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yeah, we're better together, right?
We're better
Yes.
together. Oh, you're good, Katie.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show today, Katie. You guys have just been absolutely wonderful. Do you have any special offers for the audience or an upcoming event? Anything you'd like to shout out to the group today?
Absolutely. One, if you go to my website, salesuprising.com, and scroll all the way to the down, you will find a report on why the majority of entrepreneurs get stuck in 5 figures. And I'll give you a hint, it has a lot to do with mindset. So there's a great report that you can find there. And then I also have an event at the end of this month called Know Your Numbers. It's a really easy 1.5 hour long training session, and it's going to be where you're potentially losing money. Like, what numbers are you paying attention to in your business? And it's a $47 training on September 26th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll make sure that you guys get all of the links for that. It's very helpful, especially for the end of the year when we start our business planning.
And that's great. And they always say a tracked number always grows. So I think it's important to know where your numbers are.
Yes,
I love this. All these quotes today. Like we're gonna have to have someone go through this whole episode and pull out some great quote cards, because I love it. We also have a page on our site for Katie. So it's a connectshow.com/Katie Nelson. You can connect with her on LinkedIn and find her website, and all of the other great links that she's talking about will be right on the page for you. So thank you so much for joining us, Katie. I appreciate it. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Love her background. That's beautiful.
I know.
So once again, the Connect Show Mastermind is every Friday at 10 a.m. Central. We hope you can join us for some accountability and goal setting. Now, it was such a great show today. I really enjoyed being able to help out everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And what were your thoughts?
Jenna and Katie were great.
Awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
they both are setting us into September, we're back into mindset again. Mm-hmm. I think it's important to set yourself up for the mindset. We're ending the year. John calls this the big something, the end of the year. This is the last quarter where a lot of small business owners, I can't remember the name. Money quarter. This is the money quarter.
Okay.
So he brought that up in our mastermind on Friday about what are our big goals for the end of the big end of the year. What's your money quarter goal? And really got us all thinking. So the mastermind at 10 a.m. on Fridays is really important. We really help be accountable for each other.
That's really good.
So we have just a generalized topic, and then we set goals. Now, not just for the week, but we set it for the quarter this past week too.
And I think it's great to be, especially our two guests today, they are working in their strengths. And it's wonderful to be surrounded, like you said, and like Katie said, who are you surrounding yourself with? And if you can learn to work in your strengths and you're surrounding yourself with people who are working in their strengths, everybody gets lifted up.
I agree. There is nothing better than that. Thank you so much, Sandra, for helping out today.
It was fun.
We scared off Mitch. We scared off Tracy. John really is here. He's just hiding. He's producing and making everything amazing on his video. And
great job, John.
And thank you, everyone, for coming out today. Thank you to Jenna and to Katie for joining us. Join us next week. I don't know who's on the show because it's the wrong names in my thing. So we're on guesstimation mode. We'll have graphics out.
Episode 1 of season 3.
Episode 1, season 3.
And I did hear it's the 100th episode.
It's the 100th
episode.
Little confusing because John started the show off on his own. Then Tracy joined.
For season 2.
And
now
we're having season 3. And we're mixing everything up.
There you go. Yeah, we're here.
It's been fun.
It was really fun.
It has been fun for me to volunteer for the show for the past year. You have been coming.
I do some volunteer. I do a little volunteer too. So it's great. Give some tips.
You do a little bit more and not everyone knows who Sandra is.
Well, and that's okay.
Sandra comes every single week. Make sure no one is too shiny on the screen. She beautifies everyone.
I give makeup tips to everybody. So it's exciting.
She tries to fix the frizzy hair look.
I do. No, it's good today.
All right. But Sandra is with Mary Kay, and she really does amazing things for every single person, helps everybody look their best on camera. So
tips and tricks.
Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me. Kim, and thank you, Tracy, for letting me fill in. I had big shoes to fill, so thank you.
We're going to continue our mindset through September. Thank you to Expansive. Once again, 14,400.
I gotta find it.
Oh,
and $93. $593.
So we need 500. 500 is our goal for today. 500 by the end of the day.
Who's donating to get one small business is getting this.
Now, again, can you go through how we donate, how someone donates?
You go to theconnectshow.com. There is a page for the small business shower right on the Connect Show with John and Tracy. And you can either apply to give to the shower or to be a recipient for the shower.
All right.
There are, I don't know offhand how many businesses have donated. I know the 10 businesses have donated. 10. We have a full accreditation from the Better Business Bureau. When he was a guest on the show, he gave us a full accreditation for 1 year. We have Expansive is giving 6 monthlies. Connect Media Live is giving website work and video work and social media work. We have photography. We have coaching. There is so much being given.
Amazing to be given that, especially like John said, this is the money quarter.
Yeah.
So what a gift to give a business in the money quarter to help them finish their year off strong. Someone is going to get very lucky to
finish their year off strong or start a brand new business that they've been looking to start. Yeah. So this is ready. This includes a business plan. There is so much ready to go. So thank you so much for everyone joining, and everyone that's given deserves a huge thank you for that.
So thank you for joining us on our show today. Please help our community grow by reaching out and inviting one person who you feel will benefit from being a part of our journey. Please like and subscribe if you are on social. This little act goes a long way in our reach. And if you like something you saw today, please comment. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everybody.